The following podcast is intended for mature audiences. Enjoy the show.
Hey gamers, this podcast was recorded in front of a live studio audience, held against their will.
The following podcast contains content not suitable for young audiences. That includes you, little Jimmy.
Thanks. You guys like my white, sexy legs?
Ew.
Usually I'm the cold one, but I've been feeling hot ones lately.
That's why I'm in a blanket. I mean, I don't even know anymore. Are we recording right now? Like,
Yeah.
I know we're recording, but like, we haven't started it yet.
No,
right?
it definitely, yeah. Welcome back, guys.
No.
You didn't say anything incriminating.
I know. It's just stupid sounding.
Just
I'm an
do it
idiot.
anyway.
Now they all know.
Just do it.
I gotta hold up my persona of being a smart guy.
Wait,
You lost a bunch of charm.
Wait,
You're back to level 1.
this is not scripted. We're actually off the cuff for this.
Wait, what's the cuff?
What are you talking about? Are you
Yeah.
talking about
off,
the podcast?
off the cuff is just
no,
like off
he's
the
recording.
top.
Like,
It's just
oh wait,
like,
are we?
That's what I
Like,
thought.
literally,
Yeah.
Cole literally says like, wait, we're recording. It's like, well, this is not a scripted thing.
I mean,
Like,
we've always recorded the podcast, Cole.
Yeah.
This show is scripted, though.
No, nah.
Well, you thought we just
Guys,
sat in front of these?
Yeah.
Let's be honest. This show
It
is
was
scripted.
just for fun.
Oh,
We're
yeah,
practicing
it's-
for our stream.
mean,
Man,
yeah.
the show is scripted.
yeah, I mean, watch me die. Oh,
The next episode, he'll be back like
episode.
Family
what
Guy.
happens today, Chuku?
No, Family Guy. He comes back. You come back every episode. If you die, you come back.
I'm like
That's
I'm like
Kenny.
the Kenny.
South Park.
True.
He's skinny.
And in Family Guy, people die. They don't come back.
Yeah, they
So,
do a thing.
That's
Well,
not
except
true.
for
Brian.
Brian.
Brian got ran over.
But no,
And
it's a
then-
few
Came
episodes.
back,
But
yeah.
no, you'll see where Peter gets into like a car crash and dies, but then
What
he's
about
back
the
to the
one
next scene.
when he's fighting
It's
the
just a-
chicken?
I remember there was one.
No, he never dies.
Oh,
The
I remember
chicken.
the one where
they
he-
always fight though.
chicken died though.
Well, he
Has
comes
before,
back.
but he always comes back. That's the
Yeah.
thing.
So I remember he threw the frisbee and it literally like decapitated the top half. He was like, ah. It's like, okay, that's random, but whatever.
Yeah.
So what other characters in shows or movies then like go through hell and should die? Like one scene that comes to mind is the scene in Hot Rod when he falls down that freaking mountain.
Yeah.
He should be dead, dude. He should be
But then he
freaking
just
dead.
gets up and just keeps
Yeah, he gets up. He's like, oh, that's great.
So that's funny because the way I describe that scene to people is like it's funny at first, and then after it goes on for so long, it's not funny anymore. But then it loops back around because it went on for even longer
So it got
that it
funny
becomes
again.
funny again. It's the greatest scene of all time. It's so good.
It was funny to me the whole time.
Really?
Yeah, even that little part you don't like. I love that.
At
It's
one
funny
point,
still.
I get to the point where I'm like, okay, this is kind of going on too long. But after a while, it just gets funny again. I don't know why.
That's
It's really
exactly
good.
what Family Guy is, though. They'll do like the same thing for like 5 minutes straight, and then they'll just keep going with it. It's like that. That's exactly what Family Guy.
So I've got a question for you guys then. This is like totally just,
Is this not scripted?
we're just
This is
skipping out
off
on
the
the.
cuff?
Wait, is this not scripted?
Ah? Like Thane said.
Sorry guys, my mom's calling. I'm gonna have to take this.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Hi mom,
Hi, Mom.
what's up?
Not much. How are you doing?
Okay, guys, keep
Or
the show
are
going.
you
This guy
hanging
think
out?
dead air,
What?
dead air, dead air.
Yeah.
What's
okay,
up
cool.
with
You're a
that?
great son.
You're a host
Thank
supposed
you
to be
for
cool, this guy.
talking.
Oh
Hope you
my
guys-
God.
Sky's in the
Hey.
process of negotiating a new brand deal with another company.
Yeah.
He's gonna be leaving us shortly.
Yeah.
He's negotiating his contract as we speak, which is
Hooking
pretty
up with-
disrespectful, but it's okay.
Yeah.
It's his episode.
Hooking up with H3E16,
What the heck?
I heard.
Thing, what I really don't like is just how much you've changed.
Yeah. After I got rich, I've just
Yeah,
been,
after you got rich.
been so egotistical lately.
First thing he does when he gets rich is just blow it all on a computer.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
true.
They bought a computer this week.
Oh yeah, guys.
I bought a computer, guys.
They bought.
That was with the government money. The money.
Yeah,
the
it's not
government
his
gave
own
me.
money. It's the government
my
money.
own
Don't
money.
worry.
Thanks, government.
He blew all that money on something
Hey,
else.
don't dox yourself. Dude, you've been saving up and working hard.
Dang, it was
So
your
it-
cold
what was
hard
that called about, or is
V-Bucks.
it too personal?
It's kind of personal. Sorry.
Okay.
I love you, mom.
Can you like take your V-Bucks to the V-Bucks Stark Market?
Stark
I
market.
didn't stock. I can't talk. I'm sorry.
Tony Stark. owns
So
the
if you
Stark
invest in
market.
Epic Games, is it just V-Bucks? It's like,
Uh-huh.
yeah, you give us $10 real and you just get V-Bucks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like the incentive for investing.
So
in
yeah,
Epic.
Yeah.
that's like the stock. If you put in $10 for Epic and the stock goes up $100, you don't get cash back. It's only V-Bucks. So you have to give it back
I'm
to them.
actually curious. Is Epic on the stock exchange? I'm gonna look
I'm
it
sure
up.
they are.
I've looked up a bunch of game companies. A lot of them aren't.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I know
I'm sure
probably
Epic
EA
is.
is. EA is probably big stock.
Oh yeah, like
Well,
the publishers are.
Epic's humongous, bro. Is
Nintendo,
Valve on there,
Sony.
like with Steam?
I don't see
They
Epic.
have to be.
I know that
Can they?
CD Projekt Red is like
Valve is not.
If they
the
collaborate
highest
with
video
another
game stock
company,
on the
would
Polish
they be
market.
listed under another name or no? Like
Polish
a bigger company?
yeah, because they're from Poland.
I don't know. So I know Valve isn't because they specifically don't want to be on the stock market. I don't know if that's how Epic is. Epic
Yeah.
is not though. 'Cause I'm following most of the video game ones. You got Nintendo, Activision,
I mean, they
Sony,
should.
Twitter. I mean, not Twitter. Well, Twitter, but
Well, it makes sense because those
Microsoft,
ones should be. Those are they're big enough. They should be.
GameStop, Intel, EA, Nvidia. Those are some of the biggest game ones that I'm following.
I want to buy 100 stocks in 100 shares in GameStop.
One what's hilarious about GameStop shares?
I'm gonna do it.
How much money is it? How much money is it to pre-order a game?
I think you can draw like
Like, what's the minimum? What's the minimum?
$5.
$5. On average, GameStop stock is less than that. Right now, it's at $4.99, so it's right on par. But on average, it's less than the price of the minimum price to pre-order a game.
Yeah, I'm gonna take 100. Thank you.
Isn't that hilarious to me?
Here, Jordan. Here, Cole. Here you go.
Oh, it's so funny.
Here's my imaginary bucks.
Thanks. I'll e-buck him into there, and we'll get some V-Bucks from our boys at GameStop.
That's how it
Our
works.
boys and girls.
And yeah, good job.
Thanks, Say. I'm keeping it.
I'll go. I'm doing that just so we can get more of the games where you get 5 for like $3.
Yeah.
I want to do more of that.
Okay.
Where you just go outside and just kind of take a bunch. Like yeah,
I'll just put
take
all of
it.
our money into pre-orders,
Yeah.
and then when we need money, we can just cancel the pre-orders and get our $5 back.
There you go. And then walk right outside, just take a bunch of games and just leave. They're like, go right ahead.
So
You're
that
okay.
was my
Go
subtle
right ahead, you
transition
little
to
scamp.
another little story that I heard a long time ago about a guy that used GameStop as a bank. He would put like a bunch of money on pre-orders, and whenever he needed money, he'd just go in and just get the money out and cancel the pre-order.
Why is that?
I don't know. There's no interest or anything, but I feel like he was like, I don't trust banks or something. I don't know what it was.
You trust his GameStop
but
better than a
wouldn't they
bank?
look at it and be like, this guy has like $1,000 in pre-orders, guys.
Well, yeah. Well, not only
We should
that
do
though. Not
this."
only that, he would never get the game either.
Yeah, wouldn't they notice?
He a couple days before the game comes out, he cancels pre-order and then put the money down on another game. But the employees didn't care though because they're meeting their quotas. They're meeting
that's
their
true.
pre-order
So it's
quotas.
good
Yeah.
for them.
Oh yeah, they're loving it, and he just get a nice place to store his money.
Dang, so I guess it's a win-win, but like it's a weird.
It's a really weird thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I just remember
Did
it's
he
so
eventually
funny.
get in trouble for it?
I don't actually know if he did or not. I don't think he did though.
That's awkward.
I'm sure they did because he couldn't go in now. He wouldn't be able to go in and take his money out now.
I feel like he wouldn't want to do it now though.
Yeah.
Where
Dude,
GameStop is.
maybe
where
it was
they
like
are.
dirty money though, and he didn't want put it
It
in
could
a
have
bank
been. What if
or
it was like a
anything.
way to launder money?
Could have
Yeah.
been.
That's
That-
really, really interesting way to try to launder money.
Yeah, that's
but
really
my
weird.
Goodness, that's
or
that's
that.
clever.
What I've always thought about that though, like money laundering. I've always thought the conspiracy theory about like mattress stores being money laundering like
Oh, like-
places.
So,
That's always been interesting to me.
well, like
I've always loved the
isn't
theory
like
of
furniture
those.
places in general.
I don't know about that. I know for sure that it's been in the talked about that mattress stores are the ones, not like furniture. In
They're not
general, but-
always the ones, but they're definitely up there.
Yeah.
Well,
'cause-
isn't typically the go-to to like have your own business and
Yes.
then just cycle your money through
Yep.
it?
Slowly
Yeah.
cycle it in.
Yeah. That's why
Nice.
if you come across a lot of money or you have a lot for some reason, like that's how a lot of people do it.
Yep.
Well, I think the bank. So I think like you can deposit 10,000 in cash, or maybe 10,000 is like the limit. If you deposit 10,000, then the red flags go up. But I think if you were to like go in every day and put in like $1,000, I think you're fine. But I think if you deposit cash, check's okay. But if you deposit cash of 10,000 or more, I think the red flags go up, and the IRS can come
Wow.
check you.
The red flag not the red flag, but like an alert. The actual text
the
alert
money
from my
flag,
bank
Hante.
alerted me when I got all my computer parts, and it's like, whoa, you got a transaction for like $15,000.
100.
100.
Want to know what it is though, Thane? is
They're
They're like,
15,000.
you've never spent this much money before,
1,500.
thing,
Sorry,
Peterman.
1,500.
I don't even think it's that thing. Like,
Petter, man.
like the problem
Wait, what
was
did we do
is
thee?
it probably said like Newegg, but
Yeah.
usually when the bank sees something come up, it's either Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King. So they're like, well, crap.
Chick-fil-A.
Like this
Who
dude's
is Newegg?
Yeah, he's not buying food. Newegg's not food. Maybe it is. We better look into
It is
this. All right?
eggs.
I don't think Newegg is like a website recognized by banks. I don't know. Like Amazon. Well,
Wendy's isn't a website recognized by banks. It's a food chain, isn't it?
yeah.
I love this. I'm gonna go on
Yeah.
later.
Oh yeah.
I think
I'm
what
not gonna say
happens
what
if
it
you
is.
It's a
do
great place.
buy,
I don't want to ruin it.
like, if you don't
Well, I don't think
make
you can. Everybody knows
transactions
about
like
it,
that
for sure.
often,
But I won't say it.
then the
Ah,
bank will
secrets.
raise the alarm and be like, whoa, you're buying a lot of stuff all at once. Care to tell us what that means? Like, oh no, I'm just buying a computer. I'm buying a computer. It's me.
It's
I'm
me.
buying money from the government.
So
Like-
usually that happens to me if I'm like in a different state. I remember there was one time when I was out of the country. I was in England when I tried buying something with my debit card, and my bank sent me an email, and they're like, "Yeah, are you in England? Because yesterday you were in Burley buying gas." I'm like, "Yeah, I am."
Yeah,
Suck it.
it's me.
But usually they'll shut it down.
Yeah, they usually just shut it down without even questioning.
So like, I think if you go out of the country, depending on the bank you have, it's good to
tell them.
like tell them
Yeah.
beforehand.
I think you're
That way
supposed
there's
to. I
no-
think you're
You should,
supposed
yeah.
to.
I think there's some that are fine with it. They're totally
Yeah.
cool with it. But
Yeah.
there's some that
I've never had that kind of a red flag, and I've been out of like the state multiple times buying a lot of like money stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why they don't. It's interesting to me.
You pay with card or cash?
Both.
Both.
Yeah, like for example, when I went to Portland, I dropped like $100 or more in 2 days, and like that was like including like the hotel room, the food, like just other like souvenirs and crap like that. Like I dropped a bunch of money that trip. We were there for 2 days, and that was it. Like I'm surprised I didn't get any red
Well,
flags.
do you think it's because it's close? Because when Zay and I went to Washington and Oregon, I bought stuff with my debit card. And we bought a hotel room. Or
maybe?
rented a hotel room.
I mean, maybe that could be because it is close.
Yeah,
that would
we didn't
make
get
sense.
any red flags.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, but I mean, regardless, I think it's a good thing, like we've been talking
yeah.
about, because
Yeah.
my grandma, so Zay and mine and Zay's grandmother, she this was like probably 2 or 3 months ago, but I was at their house and she showed me that Amazon kept shipping these like SD chip sizers. You can put not SD, you could put your SIM cards in them.
Yeah.
And they would fit different sizes of phones. And she said every day she would get one, and she had like a stack of 10 of them.
Yeah,
and
she
she's
had a
like, I
bunch of
haven't
them.
even ordered these. And I'm like, this is really weird that someone would be sending you these. Like, check Amazon. So she checked Amazon, and she has an Amazon credit card, and there was over $5,000 worth of cell phones bought on her credit card. So she immediately called Amazon, and they like blocked it and everything.
Oh, I've been so pissed.
Oh, but yeah, she was. But like the thing is though, is like when it comes to banks and debit cards and credit cards, like it's really helpful that they do that kind of
What's
stuff.
crazy is that she would have never have known if she wasn't getting those things in the mail.
No? Well, I mean, you can check she should have.
Yeah, but
she
like,
should have been checking.
You would have never. She probably wouldn't have. She probably would have never have known. That's crazy.
Because usually what people do, like of that age, is when they get the bill, they just pay it. You know what I mean? I run up my credit cards and I pay the bill at the end of the month.
So the dude or the person that was doing this basically just had a slip up, and that's what got him caught.
Yeah.
If he would have accidentally bought stuff and sent it to your grandma, then he would probably would have been fine. Probably got away with it, just like you said. Your grandma probably just paid it.
I think he got away with it, but like,
Well, yeah,
my grandma
but,
didn't have
like,
to pay
She
it.
got reimbursed.
Yeah, but I mean, like, he would have been able to keep
doing it, yeah.
Oh yeah, probably. But like that's the thing too, and this is just like a little warning / PSA. Like if you have a credit card or debit card stored on eBay or Amazon or any other website, Walmart, always take it off. Like put it on there, purchase your thing, and then take it off, just so nothing like that happens. Because I also had another uncle that
I don't do that.
$300 of his money got. I think he had a credit card on Walmart or something, and somebody stole like $300 of his money out of his debit card to buy from Walmart because of either he was on Walmart's Wi-Fi or something. I don't know how they even got a hold of it, but
The alternative
Did you
to
get it
doing
back?
that is just
yeah,
the alternative to doing that is just make sure you watch your passwords.
yeah.
Yeah, because that's all I do. I just watch my passwords. I leave all my stuff on there, but I just watch all my passwords, make sure I change them occasionally, And if I ever get a notification, I change them pretty much right away.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I always take my credit cards off. Everybody's different, but I always take mine off. I'll
Well,
purchase
I would
my
say-
thing and then take it off.
From what I know about you, Sky, you're a little bit more paranoid about things like that than most.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm paranoid. It's just things like it happens. Like a lot of my family members have had issues, so I'm like, okay, it's better safe than sorry.
Well, I say paranoid because of the whole. Remember back in the day when we were trying to play Pokemon Go when we were first starting and the whole GPS thing.
Oh, I just don't like people knowing where I
Yeah,
am because
it's
on
just-
Snapchat people can.
Well, you can turn that off in Snapchat.
I should do that.
That's
then.
what I mean, though. It's like I think you're just slightly paranoid. You may not think you are, but I think it's like a subconscious level thing, maybe.
I
I
think
just
I
don't
am
like.
too.
I just
Oh,
don't.
I
Like,
was gonna point you out too as well.
I just don't
I'm
like
gonna
people
dox you.
knowing
think
where
I'm
I
the same
am.
way.
Yeah, I know you are. Both of you guys are. Thane's not. Me and Thane are.
Yeah,
Don't
you guys
care.
could care
We just
less.
could care less if people are gonna come kill us or not. It's whatever.
I'm not afraid of dying. I just don't like people knowing where I am. I don't like people knowing where I live either.
Yeah, I'm just like whatever.
I'm not a fan of that either.
It's because you guys are paranoid.
Well, I just
And-
I enjoy
Paranoid
privacy.
is the right word. It just doesn't sound like it's a fun word. That's why you guys are trying to like.
No, I'm not trying to go
Zay's
around
not,
it.
Zay's not. Sky is a
Yeah.
little
I'm
bit,
definitely trying to dance around
You're
it.
dancing around it. It's okay to be paranoid about stuff. It just means you're safe. You're cautious.
I think another.
Cautious is the better word. Maybe cautious and paranoid can be used interchangeably. But
I think in this. I
prefer
In
cautious.
this place, they can be. They can be used interchangeably, but most places not.
Well, nobody says that it's not a paranoid wet floor sign. It says caution.
Oh yeah, exactly. I said most places not. Did you not hear what I just said?
No, Sky-
I said in this place, yes, it can, but
Sky-
most places not.
Yeah, Sky will walk in like, "Hello, I'm cautious, Cody."
Yeah. You want to join my 8-week program? I can teach you to be cautious too.
Then no. So another example though recently is someone I know had issues with their PayPal getting
Oh, really?
hacked. Yeah. So like they got a notification saying that there was a transaction made to purchase some tickets to like a concert in like Russia, like
Oh,
like a
really?
music festival or something.
Wow.
This was months ago, so it was before everything that's been happening. But it's probably like last year for sure. But they got a notification saying that it was like $300, and it had already been taken out of the PayPal
Yeah.
account. So like they had to like send out an email, contact customer service and all that. They got everything reversed, but like it still happened even with PayPal, which is PayPal. I use it a lot. So I mean,
I'm pretty proud of PayPal for me because
Yeah.
I've never had one issue with PayPal ever.
yeah.
PayPal's
Not
really
once.
good. It's really.
I know
good
there's a lot
about-
of people that have had issues with PayPal, but for me, it's always been good. I don't know.
It's been phenomenal. I've used it for years upon years and years, and like it's just been great. Never have I ever had my passwords like hacked out of it. Not once. I've only had to change them a couple times just because I felt like I should. Things like that.
No.
It's been great. PayPal's awesome. Hate that they invented Venmo, but I'm down with PayPal.
I think Venmo's phenomenal too because they don't
Dude,
take any
You
percentage
can do
out.
the same thing with PayPal though.
PayPal doesn't.
No, they
PayPal takes a
don't.
percentage.
Not if you do it the right way. Everyone's just dumb and doesn't.
Is it you have to use What's the right way then?
There's like an option to click for like friends. Me and Jake would do it all the time. I'm looking it up right now.
Because I always seen like that friends
a
when I
PayPal
think
app?
you eat the percentage.
Yeah, the
No,
app.
there's no. You don't have to take any percentage.
Yeah, the PayPal app though.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Look, there's even a send and request button right at the top. You put your
Because I know what you're talking about. There's two ways to do it.
put your email in there. Let's give Jake a buck.
It's too quiet. Stop. What are you guys doing?
Don't even look at this defensive just shaming right there.
You filled the dead air, bro. You filled the dead air and made it
Filled the
quiet.
right
Right
up. saying, "Hey, what's
this
with
is
the
what you have to
dead
do.
air?"
You have to link your bank account. If you link your bank account, there's no fee.
That makes sense. But so I guess every are you talking about like a checking account? Because I was definitely doing it through a debit card.
Yeah, not your debit card, your bank account.
Okay, that makes sense.
If you do it with your debit card, there will be a fee. That's with most things, though.
Venmo's not though. I pay with my debit card.
Are you sure?
Oh yeah, all the time. I pay with
What's
my
your
Yeah, I
regular
do too.
Venmo?
I pay with my debit card on Venmo.
I'm almost positive Venmo for me. I just use my.
No, I think it's bank accounts,
I'm
guy.
pretty dang sure it's bank
No,
account.
I promise you, I have my debit card. On
I have both. I have my bank account and my card, just like I do with PayPal.
Yeah.
You look it up. Tell me what you got, okay?
I
I have
promise
those
you.
too. I have one of my credit cards on there as well.
I definitely pay.
Credit
through
cards
my
might not do
debit
fees
card.
at all.
Yeah,
But
no.
debit cards probably would.
No, I think credit cards do, and then if you want to, what's it called? Like you receive something and then you want to deposit it.
Yeah.
That's when they do take a fee as well.
Yeah.
Yep. I've got both on there too, but I definitely 100% pay with
Are
my
you
debit
sure?
card. Oh yeah.
Do you
Look-
know?
Yeah, absolutely. Cause look, let's send Thane. Let's send Thane $1. Let's see what happens. That's my only payment method right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me too.
I don't know then. I don't know why they would take a fee out with that one. Maybe they're, I don't know. They would have to tell you the fee if there was one. So
Well,
knows?
so and this was like 4 years ago when I was doing this, but I was trying to market something I was working on, like a project I
Yeah.
was doing, and so I would link up with people that had like Instagram accounts that had a lot of followers, and I pay
Yeah.
them like $10 to give my product a shout out, and they would always they were like, no, you need to pay with the way where I eat the fee and not them, where it's like a little bit extra tax. So in order for me to send them like $5, it'd be like $5.12 or something. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I've never seen that before. I don't
Yeah,
know
I think
where the
I
fee
know what
comes
you're
from.
talking about.
You've seen it too, those days?
Oh, well, people do that for like if they reach out to someone for like a feature on a song, they'll do the same thing. The person who is sending the request, the who they want featured on the song, that person would be like, yeah, dude, like if you want me on this song, send me this much money, but send it this way. That way, there's no like fees or it's not
Yeah.
taxed or anything.
What I think is dumb is how stingy people are with money in that aspect.
Yeah.
I'm a very stingy guy with money, but what is a couple cents? Like, oh my gosh, you're gonna freak out if I send you $1 and or it's gonna be like 98 cents instead of $1. Like that's just so dumb.
It's kind of funny though that you say that, because just like you said, you are pretty
I'm very
stingy
stingy
with money.
yes, but when it comes to something so minuscule like that, and it's not even like my fault or their fault, it's just the way that things work nowadays. I'm fine with it. It's just like, why?
Yeah, well, the thing is, like, I have nothing against PayPal. I think it's phenomenal. But the fact that Venmo doesn't charge me the extra 12 cents or whatever.
Like, you
is
just gotta
cool.
link your bank account.
Yeah, I didn't know that. So
What's
I mean, that's
dumb? What's
helpful.
really dumb is that PayPal made Venmo. Why don't they just make it so you don't have to have a fee with your card either?
Wait,
Genius.
PayPal?
I don't know.
Wait, Venmo's
Made by PayPal, yes.
Genius.
what?
Yes, they
Genius.
created it so that millennials will use it because it's the hip thing to do. That's really what it came from.
Wow.
People started coming up with these cash apps. I think there is one called Cash App.
Yeah, there is. There's.
And they started coming up with those things. And then PayPal said, hey, we can do the same thing. And I bet someone internally was like, hey, what? We already have it, though. We have our PayPal app. And he's like, dude, you're fired. Bye. Get out of here. And he's like, well, that sucks. Now
Bigger
I'm going to
market.
make a Venmo.
Bigger market.
I hate it so much. It drives me crazy. But people are just dumb and just use PayPal. I think it's got the same stigma as eBay, where people don't like to use eBay because, oh, I'm going to get scammed on eBay. They might think the same thing with PayPal. But then they use Venmo like it's no big deal.
You can report
Just
scams on
dumb.
eBay.
Well, eBay also refunds you your money, too.
Yes.
Yeah.
eBay always favors the buyer. Like in the past, they weren't able to do as much, but now they're so big, they can.
Yeah.
It's just dumb. People are dumb.
So let me show you, Cole, so you can see what I'm talking about. So this would be like this, for example. I had to send him $12, and I sent $12.65. Or this person, $20.88. Yeah, this is PayPal. But I definitely sent it through my debit card. I did not send it through like a checking account. So maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, you should definitely use your checking account.
Yeah.
Give you up.
I don't know. It's just silly.
Give you
So, I don't remember what my question was going to be before my mom called. But
Oh yeah, that was way back when.
yeah.
Didn't Elon Musk create PayPal?
I don't think he did.
I think he did.
I'll look it up.
I think he's
but
one of the
PayPal's
creators.
been around
He's one of the
forever.
I
creators.
think he created it. I
Elon
don't think
Musk
it
has been
was
around
PayPal, but I
forever.
think he sold it and it became PayPal. Or he.
Elon Musk created PayPal. Pretty sure.
I'm looking up right now.
I
Okay.
think Zay's right.
Elon Musk pops up. They're like one of the first people that pop up. Elon Musk, Peter Thiel, Max Levchin, Ken Howie.
Yeah, I think Elon Musk and some other guy created it and sold it.
Boom!
That's crazy, dude.
Several
What's
million
good,
dollars.
dude?
How much money was it, Cole? Like 60 million or
It's
something?
gotta be more than that.
I don't know. Maybe it's 10 million.
Dude, it
Now
has to be
he's-
more than that.
Now
Has to
he
be more
has
than
a
that.
space program.
In a car company.
Yeah.
And he sold, what was it, $30 million worth of flamethrowers? Or $3 million?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I'd love to buy a
Well,
flamethrower.
The founders of PayPal was Ken Howery, Luke Nosek, Max Levchin, Peter Thiel, Pan, Russell Simmons, and Elon Musk.
Russell Simmons?
I don't know who Russell Simmons is.
Click
He's
on him.
a-
Click on him. It's the rapper. Is it the rapper?
Yeah.
Maybe he was like a funder. Or like,
Mhm.
did he like donate
Does it
money
say?
or something?
Was he part
Funded
of
it.
Run
No,
DMC?
He's just some smart dude.
Ah, different Russell
Okay.
Simmons thing.
Probably.
That guy is wealthy though.
Yeah. So I know we've been talking about like things that
Dang, eBay is the parent company of it currently. eBay owns PayPal.
I think isn't that who they sold PayPal to? Was eBay?
Maybe back in 2002,
Yeah. Is that what it says on there?
2002 to 2015. I think they might be their own thing again then.
I'm pretty sure that's who Elon Musk sold PayPal to. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. I can't remember. But anyway, speaking about things that are wrong with PayPal and the way we send and take money, things that are wrong with the
Okay.
world.
I'm gonna do a little bit of history on it. Okay, I feel like this is relevant. Sorry, Sky, to cut you off.
That's okay.
Is that okay? I know you're getting into
I'm
something
done
else.
talking. That's all right.
I know you're trying to do a nice little segue and I just cut it right off,
Mm-hmm.
just like a chicken head.
Your thing, Chan.
Yep. PayPal was originally established by Max Levchin, Peter Thiel, Luke Nusk in December 1988 as Confinity, a company that developed security software for handheld devices. They didn't even start as a money company. In March 2000, Confinity merged with X.com, an online banking company founded by Elon Musk. Musk was optimistic about the future success of the money transfer business Confinity was developing. So basically, Musk was just like one of the driving factors of it, and he really didn't do like the groundwork of making it. It seems like he's just the one that just put them all together. That hey guys, we got some things going on here. You got some things going on there. Let's put them together and make a big thing. That's what it seems like. 1.5 billion, Sky. Okay, sorry, Sky. You were talking about the great world and like how
That
things.
they sold it
wait,
for
wait,
1.5?
wait, wait.
Yeah, they sold to eBay to 1.5
So I
billion.
want to correct something. I was thinking about the different Simmons for Run DMC. I said it was the wrong Simmons.
Okay.
Russell Simmons is a different guy.
Yeah.
Different Russ.
Yeah.
Sky was talking about how great the world is to live in and stuff, and how awesome things are.
It's not what I said. I said the opposite, but
Yeah.
good try, Timmy.
You're welcome. I'm Tommy, actually.
Yeah, so I'm just going to throw it over to Thane for the rest of the podcast is pretty much what I decided. So, like, about 30 minutes ago, Thane said I didn't have good questions for the podcast. So, Thane, do you want to take over?
But you never even asked your question. I didn't say you didn't have good questions. What? No. You mother.
Yeah, you put words in his mouth there.
Yeah,
Sky.
I never
Definitely
said.
did.
I didn't say those were bad questions. I just said that's it.
So, this was my backup. Was that not good?
Your back
Yeah.
was this conversation?
No, my
Yeah.
backup was to throw it to Thane. Just to.
Oh,
just to
that's
see
a
how
good
he'd-
backup. I'll
yeah.
get to get backup.
Okay, thanks.
Zay's just watching Instagram, by the way.
Oh my
sorry.
gosh.
He says sorry.
No,
he's
so-
getting
I don't
cheated.
care.
So, my
Oh
question
my
is.
God.
Podcast is falling apart.
It always has been. Don't
Let's
even.
break it up, everybody.
It's just
Like
a
the
traveling
band.
circus. Just depends on the week.
We were doing so good.
Yeah.
What happened? Why we fall apart?
So,
30 seconds. 30
Line ate
minutes
someone
in?
last week. It doesn't matter.
My question is what fantasy world would you love to live in? Like, if there was a fantasy world that you could choose, book, movie, video game, TV show, doesn't matter. It could be future, present, past, whatever fantasy world you would like to live in. What is one you would choose and why?
Whew. That's hard. Most
Yeah.
most of those worlds suck.
Oh yeah, we'll get to that though. Let's go to the good ones.
My first two thoughts are Animal Crossing and Pokemon because there's not a lot going on there. It's super
Yeah.
chill.
Yeah.
It's hanging out with your friends. That's about it. I'd probably pick one of those two because there's not a lot of death and destruction
Nice.
other than like the underground animal fighting rings. I'm talking about the ones in Animal Crossing,
Animal
not
Crossing,
the ones in
yes.
Pokemon. it's like they're actual people. They're just like Fight Club style,
Wasn't Pokemon just animal fighting?
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
But they
above
enjoy it.
ground
They're-
though.
they're
It's
down- they're down
above
with it.
ground.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're
Yeah,
chill. They're
it's
like,
chicken
let's
fighting.
fight each other, and then one of us will pass out. They're
Yeah.
just
One of the
sleeping.
animals dies. Let's take it back
No,
to this
they're just
nurse's
sleeping.
house.
They're just sleeping.
Take it back to the
The
nurse's
nurse
house. She'll-
wakes them up.
The nurse will inject him with some heroin.
Except for Gary's Rattata.
Raticate.
Raticate.
Yeah, it's dead.
That one's
Yeah.
gone.
Dead Raticate.
Chill out, Raticate.
Chill out,
He
Raticate.
starts crying. Chill out, Raticate.
Raticate, wake up. Oh gosh. Oh, what did Red do to you? Oh no. Let's get him back. Let's kill one of his Pokemon.
What about you, Thane?
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
Thane, fart before you speak, like you normally do. Go.
That's how he starts his
A
sentences.
world I'd like to live in is Dragon Ball because you can fly if you train hard enough.
The real question is then, would
Are
you
you
be
gonna
willing to
train
train hard
hard
enough? Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be like the level of the farmer who like gets punched in the face by rabbits at the beginning.
Or
That'd
thing,
be-
if you
have bad
train
luck.
enough, if you train and become wicked, you become Mayan Buu. You gonna do
There
that?
you go.
Who?
Mayan Buu.
Majin Buu?
I don't care. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
King Boo.
Oh,
from
sorry, I
Mario.
mispronounced it. Sorry. The fat pink guy.
He was
Sorry,
close,
my
he was
bad.
close.
That's
He was
Piccolo.
close.
Oh, that's
You can-
Piccolo, yeah.
Is it Piccolo?
No, Piccolo's the green guy.
Oh.
Yeah, Boo's
I
the
don't
green
know.
guy.
Wait, I
Mayan
thought for
Buu.
sure Thanos was gonna say Doom because he's really into that kind of like blood and gut stuff.
No,
So
that'd be-
hell?
Oh,
you wanna
thank
be in
you.
hell?
No,
Yeah.
that'd be one of the worst places to live in. Because if you're on Earth during the demon invasion,
I
you're
legit
most likely
thought Thanos would
dead.
be like, yeah, blood and guts, boom, shotgun.
I'm not the Doom. I'm not gonna be the Doom
guy.
guy. There's only one Doom guy, and I'm not gonna be him.
Couldn't be him.
He's gonna
Yeah,
put on
maybe I'll be
screw-
a soldier.
He's
Then
gonna put
what
on
if-
some death metal, put headphones on, just
Yeah.
run through there.
Dang, what if you are Doom guy?
Then what
I
if
mean,
you are
that'd be
Doom
pretty
guy? That's
cool,
right.
but
What if you woke up one day and you just remembered your previous life and you're like, I am Doom guy.
I'm Duke Nukem.
then I go find some demons and smash some heads in.
What's funny is like,
Yeah.
even if I were to able to be like the main character of these games or movies, I still don't think I'd pick them because I wouldn't want to go through the crap they had to go through most of the time. Like, Doom guy, like, sure you could be the one that kills them all, but you still have to like watch everyone else die.
You die a million times as well.
Oh yeah.
Just
I mean,
knowing you
any-
can never die, that's hell in itself. If in that world, if you keep dying, you don't die. You just keep coming back.
Groundhog
Like, I
Day.
just want to finish this.
That's GTA right there.
Finish the.
Oh, that's
I
a
mean,
regular world
Spend
though.
a couple $1,000.
Oh, I'd love
Come
that.
back to life.
GTA is just regular
Well,
life.
Okay, well,
You're just wealthy.
Here's the real twist: GTA or GTA Online.
Oh,
It to endure all the weird psychos that are going around the world, flying jets throughout the city and stuff,
oh,
And yelling at
gosh.
you and saying naughty.
I'd leave. I'd
dropping out of
leave.
just automatically teleporting places and spawning in $1 million at your feet.
I'd leave.
So what about you, Zay? What's the world you would like to live in?
Well, dang.
Yeah, well, dang, it's a great place, eh?
That's great.
Well, dang, dum dimma dum. Well, dang dimma dum.
Oh, here you go, Fairly Odd Parents world.
Oh,
Get a
no.
fairy.
Oh wait, I know another one. My Hero, because it's there. You have a 80% chance of being a superhero.
Wait, I think the real thing with there is you live in My Hero's world,
Yeah.
get some quirk that's really really useful, and then just don't become a hero. Don't get
Yeah.
involved with any of that scary
Yeah.
stuff.
Just live.
Just live
Yeah.
your life.
Yeah, dude,
do
you're
your
just
thing.
total underground,
You
bro.
can teleport if that's your thing. You know?
I'd be probably a vigilante. I wouldn't want to be on either side.
Yeah.
I'd be a vigilante.
just be a normal Joe Schmo.
Yeah, that's
No,
right.
I'd
dude.
probably
Have
be
like
a
the most
vigilante.
broken power in the world. Like he would be the greatest hero. Like I don't want to be. Just, be a
Just
programmer.
don't let anybody know what your power is, though. Like if you could teleport, turn invisible, or freaking.
I think the government has to know though. Like I think it's part of like living in the world. Is the government knows.
Yeah, but what if your
Just
quirk?
like
What
X-Men.
if your quirk like you're like 12 years old and your quirk finally manifests? It's like, well, shoot, no one knows. I'm not telling anyone. Mom and dad, they don't know. Pff, I'm Deku all the way, baby.
Wait,
But then
Deku's the hero though.
But Sky, you don't live up to your full potential.
Yeah, don't you want to be better?
Listen, man.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna-
this man's
I'm gonna cruise. I'm gonna cruise through that life.
dude. Yeah.
Gosh.
It's like no. Say your power is just you can create money. You just like turn your arm into a printer and just prints out money. It's like, well, I win. I win life.
It's like tape guy's elbows, but it
Yeah,
just
it's
prints
money.
dollar
Yep.
bills.
Just win life.
Zay,
I'm thinking.
got a world. Okay, well, why Zay's thinking?
Yeah, you go ahead.
So mine would be Ready Player One, and the reason it would be that is because yeah, the world may suck, but you can always escape it inside this massive the video game called the
But that's
Oasis,
just
which
like-
is virtual reality.
But
Mm,
Sky,
sounds
the
horrible.
moral of
Yeah.
the
Sounds
story was
horrible.
like you don't want to live in that all your time. Like they shut
Yeah.
it down for a couple of days of the week.
Oh, that'd still be phenomenal though. The fact like I don't want to live in it all the time,
Sounds
but the
horrible.
fact that it's there and I could always go in there and
I'm
you could do
curious to why
anything you
Zay
want.
thinks it's horrible though.
Like here, let me
The
let me
reason
give
why.
you some
Okay,
pros.
go
then.
ahead.
Let
Go
me give
ahead.
you some
Go, yeah,
pros.
do your pros, and I'll list off why I think
Okay.
it's such a parallel to this world we're living
So-
in today.
No, it's supposed to be set in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same world.
So the pros
But
would
it's parallel to today.
Yeah, the pros would be you could do online everything. Like, think about the pandemic we're in right now. We're all stuck inside. People are losing their jobs. Well, with a virtual reality world like this, and I'm just going to talk about the book specifically, some of the things that happen in the book, but they do school online. They literally go into virtual school, and they live their
Everyone's
lives
doing
through
school
school.
online right now.
I understand, but this is different. It's like you putting on a headset and taking an avatar to the school, and you actually are like living it. You know what I mean? You're not there, but you are. or jobs are done through the Oasis. You know what I mean? You could go anywhere you wanted. You could go to sports events. You could play sports. You could do anything you want. You could go to a world that is dedicated to Legos and just play with Legos. Or you could go to a world that is just gym, and you could just go to this world and lift and whatever. You know what I mean? Obviously, you're not strengthening your real body because you're only doing it virtually.
You probably do like jog in place though.
Yeah, exactly. There could be something like that because you're still having to move yourself. So, anyway, I don't know the logistics of how it would all work, but the fact that it's so limitless and you could go anywhere and experience anything you wanted. If you wanted to fly, you could get a jetpack. If you wanted to be rich, you could earn money and become rich or whatever. You know what I mean? It's just the limitless possibilities that come with living inside of that world that I think is so fascinating.
What's your
Okay.
cons?
Yeah, what's the con?
What are the cons?
Yeah.
So the parallel I see between it is between that movie or just that just kind of like that world into like how we're living today, how things are becoming. I think it's like, you may not think it's super sad, but I think it's incredibly sad when someone like their real life is so bad that they have to go into a video game, which is what a lot of people are doing now to be able to escape what's going on in their real life, and then they take on an online persona as, I mean, there's a lot of people we're friends with. They all have everyone has a different online username. Everyone, like, they play like games they like. They do all these things, but it's just like, it's in that world. It's not in your real life where it's what really matters, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like when you're doing all this stuff in this world and you're not changing anything in your real life, I just think it's sad. Because, like, you're using it as a way to cope with whatever's going on in your real life. A lot of people use it for that. And I'm not saying everyone does, but there's a lot of people that use video games or just entertainment and, like, chatting with friends and stuff like that to escape from what they're dealing with in their real life.
Absolutely. But, I mean, if you think, like, 10 years ago, before the internet, 15 years ago, what would people do to cope? Well, they'd watch TV. Before that, people would just freaking do drugs and get drunk. Or they'd just listen to the radio and do
I think
nothing.
those are still happening. But
Oh, yeah.
I think you need to try at least to better your life in the real world instead of, because right now everything isn't set in like a virtual world. So like people are still using things but not bettering their lives outside of that. So like they're gaining all this experience in a game, but they're not doing anything in their real life, which is, I think it's really sad. Because they're like, you're putting all this time and all this effort into something that, of course, it's incredible that you're learning all these things, you're doing all these things, but like, how does it translate into the real world? Sure, you have like different skills and stuff, but like, it's not changing you. You know what I'm saying?
So it's not really a counter argument, but a way to cope with that, or I guess what some people do, like in the book specifically, is in the game, in the Oasis, you can do things in the game that benefit your real outside life. You can earn things inside the game that translate to actual money outside of the game. Mm-hmm. For example, people in the Oasis, it's no different than what they do today. They play video games and stream it to people. They can make money that way. They can gain popularity online and do it that way. Or, you know what I mean? You could do a virtual class session. Let's say that you're a yoga instructor and you want to teach people how to do yoga. Well, you could become an online virtual yoga instructor and people would pay you to be their yoga teacher. You know what I mean? Because you're still having to act out the motions as what you're doing in the game. You know what I mean? It's VR, but you still have to move around. And I get what you're saying. Like, people will slip into this and they will confuse their reality with their virtual reality.
Well, that's what their reality is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly.
That's what it is.
And even the book talks about that too. It says, like, it's not good to confuse these things. But the fact is living in a world like that, I think, is phenomenal. And the possibilities are limitless. Obviously with anything, like, it could be good or bad depending on how you use it. But the fact that you could take things within the game and translate them to things that you do outside in your real life is what I thought was really cool. And to kind of make this go full circle is Cole, like a month ago, was mentioning to me that he wanted to get this thing called Ring Fit Adventure, which is a video game. But essentially what Nintendo has done is they created this video game to literally trick people into losing weight and getting in shape, because you have to do all of these exercises with your Joy-Cons. It's like an RPG, so you're battling and trying to progress in this game, but you're also exercising, and it's actually a really good workout. So I guess in a sense, to make this thing go full circle, I agree with you. Like, it's You could use it for good or bad, but that's with anything.
And I think if we were all to do away with our real lives, it becomes obsolete, then sure, you can become these things and try these things. But if you still have to go back to your real life, if you still have to get out of that world and you're still going back to your body, your life, your situation, then I don't know. Because I mean, and there's just that thing you're talking about, that thing, because they've done it before, the Wii Fit or the Wii in general, or Xbox Connect. So I mean, people have tried it before. So I mean, there's similar ideas, but
yeah,
I don't know. I think video games and like things like that, it's a great way to connect with people. I've loved the connections I've built with people just through that. Without it, like, I just think relationships would be different.
Mm-hmm.
But in the same sense, in the same vein, like, without that, like, would you without it, like, what would you do in your life? Like, how different would your life be? Like, would you have learned different skills, or like what would you do differently if you didn't have that world to go to whenever you want? Literally every day you can go back to that same world of work where you can talk to someone you've never even met before in real life, where you can play games, you can do all these things, but what would you do, or how different? That's what I've always wondered. How different would my life be without that?
But that's the cool part about it, though, is like you talk about learning different skills. It's a limitless world. So if you wanted to learn piano, you could enter this virtual world and go learn piano, or go learn how to play a sport, or go to a massive library and read books and learn. Like, the thing about it is there's so many, like, you're literally only limited to your imagination. But like you're saying, I agree with what you're saying. Like, it's how people will go about using it. Some people would, maybe there's like a prom world, and people would just go to this virtual strip club and hang out there and waste their time and money. You know what I mean? Like, there's good and bad to all things. But it's like, if you think about the internet that we have today and the good and bad that it brings, it would be no different, other than it would be virtual reality, and it'd be way more submersive, to where you're still, because you still have to physically act things out as you're doing the VR in the game.
But when I think about like physical things, is it like, are you saying that like it would translate to the real world?
I don't know, maybe.
So like, if you do all these things where you're exercising, or you're learning like an actual skill, like an instrument or something, is it going to translate into the real world, or is it obsolete now, the real world? Or like, is that like your online persona or your online thing? Is that who you are now?
I couldn't tell you. I don't know. I mean, like, if you were to learn how to play piano in VR,
I'm sure you could translate that, but I'm thinking about physical things.
I just wonder how connected it would be with your body. Like, I still think you have to have a good connection with your body in order to do anything, obviously.
If it got to the point with, like, Sword Art Online, kind of like full dive, where your body's like completely emotionless and your brain thinks it's controlling your body, but it's actually controlling an in-game character, then it would be completely transferable. But I don't think we'll ever get to that kind of technology.
That would be insane to think about.
Way
like,
too far.
Just thinking like how it would translate, or if you could, because if you can transfer, like, what's the point of even having the real life anymore? Yeah. There's no point.
It's a good point.
That's I don't know. It's a crazy.
It's a crazy concept.
It's a crazy concept,
but
for sure.
Like I said, my favorite part about it is just the limitless potential it has. The fact that you could go anywhere, do anything, and be anybody you wanted is like what I think would be amazing about it. You could literally experience anything you wanted. You could wake up one day and say, you know what, I want to fly, and you go fly. Or I want to go to a different country. You could go to a different country or a different world, or whatever it may be. You know what I mean? I've always just thought, after I read that book, dude, because I've seen the movie. I love the movie. I've seen it so many times, but the book is so much more descriptive, and literally it talks about what you can actually do inside the world. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. That, to me, that is just phenomenal. Maybe one day we'll get there. Maybe not in our lifetime, but I still think it would be epic. Yeah.
Sorry, Cole. Any input? Any?
I never said my worst world. You just kind of shoved doom right in my face, and I was like,
wait,
what?
I didn't say that was your worst world.
No.
I was saying that I was surprised you didn't pick that as your good world.
No, why would I ever? No.
I don't know.
Like, yeah, it's
kind of
sure it's
like
cool
that
to rip and
nowadays.
tear, but literally you're probably one of the humans when hell on earth happens. 80% of humanity like wiped out. No, one of the worst worlds to live in would
Whoa,
probably
hold
any
on.
post-apoc.
We're still doing the good worlds. We're waiting
Oh,
for
really?
We're waiting for Zay's good world.
Okay.
I still haven't decided.
Donkey
I don't
Kong?
know.
I don't know.
Not
Donkey
Donkey
Kong
Kong?
Country.
Sounds horrible.
baby.
Gonna
be a monkey.
No,
you
it's
gotta
you're
eat
one of the
bananas,
Kongs.
and you get to take out lizards.
Probably some game where I have like some world where I have an ability. Probably something like that.
Warcraft?
Like a superhero. Not that. Not the Warcraft. No.
City of Heroes?
Some like I
Spider-Man.
think I'd want something that's similar to our lives, but like where you have like an ability and you're
Well,
able
let's pick
to.
My Hero Academia then. At
The
that
Marvel
point.
Universe?
Well, because they already
Would
said
you
it.
get to be it? Would you get to have the ability though? That's the question.
Yeah, you get the ability.
You just do though. Does everybody have it? Because you're not some special dude. You're some normal.
No,
Joe
I think
Schmo.
there's a way that like maybe you inherit it, or
That's why I said My Hero, because I feel like most Joe Schmoes have them at that point.
yeah, and I don't know. Maybe it's not like everyone in the world has it. Maybe only like a select few for whatever reason they have them, and that's why they either become.
But why
good
do
or
you get to be
evil.
it then? That's the whole point. of
Because
this
it's
is-
my world. I'm
No,
gonna live in it. It's
no.
gonna be me.
Well, if that's the case, and I get to pick something where I get to be the greatest person in there.
Perfect.
too.
It's
Yeah.
your world.
Oh my
They're
God.
living in the world.
Oh, there was no rules.
Yeah.
I thought the point
No
of this was
rules.
like, which world would you just live in? You don't get to like have anything special. You just live in it. You are as you are now. You get to live in it.
Oh, then why My Hero is
What?
obsolete then?
Yeah,
It's
that
obsolete
thing doesn't
then.
have any
That's a good point. It's a good
superpowers
point.
living in My
yeah.
Hero.
So I mean, if you're gonna live in My Hero, that's gonna be terrifying.
Yeah. Poor all those normies, right?
Yeah.
Sucks to
Everyone
be
else
them.
has something. You can't do anything.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you have nothing, probably GTA. Probably GTA.
Someone's gonna make a compilation down the road of just every question we've ever asked. Is just gonna be Zay's GTA answers to all of them.
I think my problem with the way I think about questions is I automatically assume things are the way that they are. Because in my head, I instantly thought I get no powers. I don't get no power ups for being in this special world. I just am as I am now.
Cole,
I
you're
just live in
limiting.
it.
You're limiting your imagination.
I don't think I'm limiting it. I'm just like defining it.
Use your imagination.
That's limiting it still.
I defined it.
No.
I like this word better. I'm like
you know, Cole,
Sky.
paranoid, cautious, same thing. Poop, pee, same thing. No difference.
Okay, now that one's a dumb one.
Wait, so what world are you going to?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, probably still Pokemon Animal Crossing. There's nothing going on.
Oh,
My
okay.
my biggest thought process is like, what are going to be the threats in the world? If I pick something like Halo, the Covenant's going to come kill
Oh,
me
yeah,
and my
yeah.
family.
That'd be
It's not
the
very peaceful.
worst. Yeah.
Exactly. That's why I picked Pokemon or Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing super chill. There's not a lot to do there though.
Yeah.
If I pick Pokemon, I get Pokemon. However, there may be some going to be evil organizations or bad people using bad Pokemon. But
Team
that's
Rocket.
about it. I don't think get involved with that. Make the main character of the game do that. It's not my job.
Screw it. I'm
Oh,
gonna
so in
save
yours,
One
you're not the
Piece.
main character. You're
They
just.
need
No, I'm just some
Baby.
dude. That was my thought. Yeah, exactly what I was saying. I'm just some normal Joe Schmo.
Because if I get
I
my
gotta
hands on a
eradicate or
devil
something.
fruit, it could either be the most useless thing or the most useful thing, depending on which one. But like, you eat a devil fruit and you have powers. Like in that world, if I was living as I was, you're not really born with powers, but everyone who has powers ate a devil fruit at one point in their life. So I eat a devil fruit.
What world?
Baby, I have thunder coming out
world?
of my hands. One Piece.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice. So now we're going to transition into what would be some of the worst worlds to live in. And I've got two off of the top of my head. But one of the ones that I think would be one of the worst is the Attack on Titan universe. The fact that you are literally your whole life, you are hiding from these ginormous beasts that look like naked humans trying to eat you would just be terrifying. Like your whole world is just, well, I mean, are they going to break down the wall today or am I going to live? You know what I mean? Like it'd be so terrifying to live in that whole freaking world.
Especially if you're on the wrong side of history.
Hey,
In that
no
world.
spoilers, Dane.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the people that live inside the wall.
Yeah. But if you know the show, you know what I mean when I say the wrong side of history.
Very descriptive and
Yeah.
cryptic thing. Good job.
I knew what he meant.
I semi know what he means.
Because for those of you who haven't seen Attack on Titan, it's not what you think.
So the spoiler alert for Attack on Titan. I'm just kidding. I'm just not
Yeah.
gonna.
Yeah.
I mean, we could get into it, but nah. No.
So what about you, Thane? What would you say would be one of the worst worlds to live in?
I believe any post-apocalyptic world, because society's just crumbled and you have to fight for survival every day.
You wouldn't want that.
But instead of a post-apocalyptic world, I think one of the worst absolute dog crap worlds to live in because of your uncertainty to live is Berserk. I can't remember the kingdom's name, but like, especially after, like, so before the eclipse, it was like a world, kind of like a medieval world, like where it's like there's a bunch of kingdoms warring against each other, and you could get slaughtered by some evil like bandits or corrupt knights, But then the eclipse happens, and now there's demons, straight up demons that could like, they take disguises as humans, and they'd be like, hey, you need shelter, you're homeless, you need shelter, come in, and then that demon eats you.
Sounds pleasant.
Yeah. So is the moral of the story thing? Don't be nice.
Yeah, be like Guts and grab a giant sword and just chop people in half.
Moral stories, just don't trust anyone. Thing.
Yeah, don't trust anyone.
Never
It's
trust.
like the moral of the story
Yeah,
of life.
never
Trust
trust
a-
a demon. Never
Never
trust
trust
a demon.
Don't trust a demon. Don't trust Thane.
Stain's a demon.
And then you can wander into a forest and be possessed by a bunch of skeletons. And then, yeah.
Like the sand skeleton.
What about you, Zay? Worst world, or just throw some out. Some worlds you think
Worst
would be
world?
terrible to live in.
Let's see. Well, it's just not very peaceful. Yeah, I probably won't want to live in like Super Mario or anything like that. That sounds terrible.
That actually
Yeah,
sounds
Mario.
Super Mario sounds terrible.
fun. Why?
Just
It
stay out of
sounds
pipes.
fun.
Stay out of the sewage.
Because you think about how many different things are
Wait.
trying to kill you.
Wait, these things aren't trying to kill you. They're trying to kill Mario, though. You're not Mario. You're you,
Yeah.
right? I feel like it'd be okay. You don't have
But
anything in
in that
relation to
sense-
Princess Peach getting stolen all the time. You're just living your best life.
But in that world, like,
Just go live in New Donk City.
I guess in that case, if like you're not, because I guess the only games I've ever played, there's never been like any side characters really.
Yeah.
There's
There's
just
Bowser
Toads.
still and Peach.
Yep.
There's just-
That's
and
like
you're
the whole,
Mario.
that's the whole world. But I guess
Well-
outside of that, there probably are other people. So
Fun fact,
It'd probably be
Zay,
okay.
Super
Fun
Mario.
fact: all the side characters in that game are actually the blocks and the animals you kill. Read the manual.
Yeah.
They all get turned. All the people, the living things get turned into blocks,
and
the
then you
creatures.
smash them.
On the
Yeah,
OG
you
one,
kill 'em
yeah.
all.
Dang. And like other little children, they're just pure and innocent.
Yeah.
You take their powers, like
They're
the
the
mushrooms
stars,
and the
the mushrooms
stars and
and
the
stars,
flowers.
Yeah. Yep.
That's what they are.
Murdered.
Yeah. I guess.
I picked that one now.
Yeah, that one. No, if I were to live in like just a side world of it, yeah, I think that'd be okay. I think Monsters Inc. would be cool. If I was doing that, Monsters Inc. would be cool regardless. No, I'm living
We're
in
looking for
Monsters
a
Inc.
bad one though, not a good
bad
one.
Oh, that's right.
one.
That's right.
Oh my gosh.
I forgot. Dang.
You know what's funny though is just think about things that you like. Pretty much most of the games, shows, and movies that I like are horrible places to live
Yeah.
in. Like Lord of the Rings, I would hate it. Living in any medieval time would suck. Just suck the worst. Unless I didn't understand. Like, if I didn't have the memory I have now and know anything about the future, I think it would be okay because you'd have nothing to compare to.
Sure.
Rick and
that's
Morty
true.
would be terrible.
Rick and Morty would be rough.
Yeah.
Halo would be one of the worst, dude. You're just living in fear of like, wow, I hope my planet doesn't get glassed today by
Yeah.
the Covenant.
I was thinking about Star Wars. Your whole planet just explodes.
Oh, yeah,
That's
Star
one-
Wars.
Yeah,
Star
I
Wars
wouldn't
would
like
be
Star
nuts,
Wars
too.
either.
That's one of the ones I was
I
thinking
wouldn't like
of.
that one either. Mm-mm.
Not only that, if you're like one of the Outer Rim worlds and like you're gonna get robbed at least 5 times a day by crazy looking animal things,
Yeah.
it just sucks.
I think The Legend of Zelda would suck too. Like Ganon's always gonna come and ruin your world. Like he doesn't just affect one person; he affects the whole freaking kingdom, the
Yeah.
whole world.
Yeah.
One of the ones, Thane kind of touched on this with the apocalypse stuff, but I was specifically thinking about maybe like The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
and
gosh.
honestly, I think it's just because you'd be thrown into a lot of tough decisions all the time, and that I don't like that. I can make them, but I don't want to make them. That's what it really comes down to.
So let's say
When it
your
comes down to
9-year-old kid gets bitten.
Yeah.
When it comes down to it, I'll probably put a bullet in them, but I don't want to make that decision. I really don't.
I feel you, dog.
Because I know what I would have to do that would be the best for everybody, but I don't want to be the guy that has to do those things.
What? Yeah, like after like you've done all those tough decisions, like what's the point?
Oh yeah,
that?
exactly.
Like if you had to kill one of your kids,
exactly.
Or like someone that's like in your camp gets like bitten or like is missing or something, you're like, dude, what?
Like gone.
If
They're
we live
dead
through
now.
this, like what? There's no like it's not gonna be pleasant.
The
it's
real
just
thing
not
is
fun.
the biggest question though is what is there to live through?
Yeah, exactly. What do you
is
have to
there
live
live
for?
through?
Yeah.
Like, so is there going to be a cure, or do you kill all the zombies in the entire world at some point? Do you just win by killing all of the zombies?
Get to a point like where you don't see them anymore, then eventually they just die.
They don't die though.
My
They're
question,
dead, living
yeah,
dead.
my question
I think after a
eventually-
long time, though, I think eventually they'll die.
I've
they-
always
Either
wondered,
they will or you will.
do they starve and just rot away?
They
Maybe,
have to.
yeah,
They have
I
to
could
eat.
see
They
that.
have to eat something.
I don't think they're getting off substance. I think it's just they rot away eventually.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's what most things have depicted them as. They just eventually just rot away completely.
Yeah.
But I would love to see some kind of like media show an example of what it would be like to be at the end of the zombie apocalypse. We've all seen the beginning of the zombie apocalypse in just about every zombie thing we've ever seen. We've never seen the end. What happens at the end of an apocalypse? Does everything just go back to normal, or what's up?
I think it's just a complete rebuilding of human civilization.
I got one that'd be horrible. So I thought of two. There's 28 Days Later. Have you guys ever seen that movie?
Fast zombies.
That's terrible. That's a horrible one. But then also Silent Hill.
Oh my god!
Think about living in that world,
freaking
dude.
nightmare.
I was trying to think of horror
that's just the
things,
city.
but Silent Hill I think
Dude,
wins, dude. Screw that
The
one.
games, I mean, they don't look that great, but think about the movies.
Gosh,
The
dude,
movies would be
Silent Hill's
terrible.
not a good place.
It's just the city. The rest of the world's fine. It's just the city. Just don't
That's
go
where you
anywhere
live
near
then.
the city.
You live in
You
the
live in
city.
the-
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, that's where the
Well,
movie is like at, though.
Yeah, that's where the game and movies take place.
So you're not
Well,
the
you
main
probably
character,
got
but you're
this-
living in like a dumpster or something. You're somewhere.
Think about this. Think about there's lots of monsters out there, but you forgot about the scariest thing: the Comic Sans sign
Yeah.
that tells you what the name of the
Yeah,
town is.
Silent Hill Ranch.
Thank you.
So
Scary.
maybe we could come up with. Let's see if we can think of a definitive one, and we're gonna need help from you guys in the comment section. But what would be the ultimate worst world to live in?
Should we just build it together?
And what would be the ultimate best world?
No, just one that's created right now.
Oh, you want to build it together? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if we built one together, we're all gods.
Yeah.
We can't die. We live forever. We can create whatever we
Yeah,
want.
what's also
Best
the
world.
best?
I
Don't
feel
forget
like-
what's also the best one.
I feel like Doom would be up there.
Doom
Doom's
would be
gotta
up
be
there.
up
Yeah,
there.
Doom would be
Yeah.
up there.
I mean, you're basically at one survivor left. Not much else going on.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like a very lonely.
Gears of War would be a really
Gears of
bad
War would be
one.
terrible.
Yeah.
That'd be worse
Yeah,
than
that'd be
Halo, I
horrible,
think.
too.
Even
I think it would.
Yeah.
I mean, you
That
have
one
a
sucks.
point of peace between 3 and 4, and it's like, yeah, life is great.
Well,
then here
life
come
isn't
the-
great, but there is a bit of peace. I mean, they're
Yeah.
trying to get people to make baby factories out of
Yeah.
lemons.
But I don't know.
I think also you don't understand Silent Hill's lore. See, it's just that town, and you don't know what happens to all the people.
But
So
yeah, you live in the town though. That's the whole thing though.
yeah,
You don't
so
get to
you're just
pick where you
surviving.
live.
Well, you see, there's
live
a
in that
theory
world,
that
and
the
the world
mist
the
is like a
town.
hallucinogen.
Oh.
So you must be hallucinating the things.
Yeah, but that's
and also
you're living
because
that,
also
though.
because your mind, like the monsters represent your real life. So
Like the
like
fears
if
in-
you had like a giant penis monster, you were probably molested as a kid.
Oh,
That's what the monsters
That's very
represent.
blunt, but sure.
You know those sexy nurses?
yeah.
Those are like those are
just be-
representations of what like
Like
James's
hookers?
wife looked like when she was in a coma. It's like, oh, she looks hot, and the nurses represent his like
His-
sexual frustration,
Oh wow.
and the pyramid head represents his like his weakness. So all the monsters represent your real life. So if you see some, and also people around you. So if you see something, it's either you or someone that represents something in their life. So yeah, it would actually be the worst world because it's literally eating away at your brain and your psyche, and you'll probably kill yourself at the end of this world because
Or
you
you'll
can't
just
take
die,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, or
just
you'll die. I mean, yeah, that's actually is the worst world now that I described it even more.
you know, we've talked a lot about it so far, but I think I figured it out. NBA 2K15.
yeah, you're one of the
15?
you're one of the
We figured it
spectators.
out.
You're one of the
You're one of the
spectators. in
Oh, you're
your
just
lives.
flat.
Yeah.
You're just a flat guy. You just stand
We
up
figured
every
it
5
out.
minutes.
It's the
Yeah.
number
No.
one worst one.
So you could either be someone that stands up and claps, or you raise your hands, or they also have the people that are just walking across the aisles the
Yeah.
whole time. They walk across the aisle and then they like walk up the sections and stuff.
Yeah.
That'd be terrible.
Man, I don't know. What do you guys think, though? Let us know in the comment section what you guys think is the worst world to live in. And the best one. What would be one of the best worlds to live in?
And be honest. Don't be sarcastic, okay? Be honest with us. We're being
Also
honest with
freaking
you.
Drakengard.
Be honest with us.
Also, another one, Drakengard. Just look up the story of that. You're like, man, if they don't kill me, I might as well just kill myself. Whoa.
I mean, another one that comes to mind is like the Souls series or Bloodborne. Like, those would be... Bloodborne,
Oh.
you wake up and you're just like, God dang, this sucks. Everyone's
Still
trying to kill me. Yeah. I'm alive?
dang.
What the? I don't even know
dang,
what's going on.
I'm a werewolf man now. I guess I better go join the
Werewolf friends.
The evil
pack
side.
of
Like
people.
Jacob.
Hey, look, there's a hunter.
Yeah, but that's what it is, dude. Like, the thing is like the whole lore behind it. I looked it up, but it's like this blood was supposed to cure everybody's sickness, but instead it turned
Made
everybody into
everyone-
monsters.
Yeah.
So it's like you go to this church and you're like, hell yeah, I'm getting healed today. And you walk out like a werewolf and you just hate everything. You want to kill
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah, that'd be one of the worst ones.
But I don't know.
Rad.
Yeah. But anyway, the reason I came up with this, or what sparked this question in my brain, is we've recently been playing a game on our channel, and you've probably seen it already, but it's called Ark
Simpsons
Survival
Hit and Run.
Evolved.
Yeah.
Simpsons Hit and Run.
Where you're Bart and you have to hit and run away from people.
I mean, I guess Subnautica would be terrible too. Subnautica would suck to live in. But anyway, going back to Ark Survival Evolved, we've been playing Ark, and the reason I thought of this is because in Ark, you spawn on an island and you're just trying to survive, and everything wants to kill you. Everything. There's like a couple dinosaurs and bugs that they're very passive and don't try to touch you. You smack them once though, they're coming after you for blood, dude.
If you don't know like what the game is, think about you've most likely seen Spy Kids.
What about Jurassic Park?
The Spy Kids
Jurassic
was
Park.
Steve Buscemi.
Oh.
So Steve Buscemi's created all these horrible animals and monsters that are on the island. That's what Ark is. Steve
Yeah.
Buscemi created Ark.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
What,
And,
what else though? Like Jurassic Park. I mean, that wouldn't be good.
it's kind of
Is it
That's,
kinda
that's
like
like a
that?
modern Ark almost. Because
Yeah.
that one you have guns. I mean, in that one there's like cars,
Whoa.
guns, and stuff.
What if they call it Ark because of Jurassic Park?
I mean, they did make Ark
Jurassic
Park.
Survival.
Yeah.
Cole, they did make Ark Park, remember? In that stupid VR game?
What's Ark Park?
It's
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was a crossover, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't. It was just their. I don't even.
Was it-
it wasn't even developed by Wildcard. It was like they. I don't know
It was-
what
I thought
happened.
it was
I can't.
Jurassic Park mixed with Ark.
When I saw it, looked up the information, it wasn't the same publisher or developers. Like, what is this? Did they sell the rights to like? It's
Like a
so
crappy
weird.
VR game.
Yeah, make a crappy VR game. I thought honestly it was gonna be a management simulation game, just like a Jurassic Park Evolution or
Evolution, yeah.
a Tycoon game. But no, it's like this crappy first-person VR game where you just shoot dinosaurs in VR. And it's like this is not.
It's not fun.
Yeah, and then they also make Pixark, which is just a Minecraft. It's Ark but Minecraftified. And it has no relation with Minecraft, so it's just clearly just a rip-off.
I feel like I'd play. I feel like I'd like that one a little bit better than normal
Yeah.
Ark. Not gonna lie.
I mean, you
I
can
don't know
look
what
it
else.
up.
I don't like. Like you can pick up rocks and stuff. I don't know which ones I need to hit.
I mean, it's
Can't
just,
tell.
you know what I think
Yeah.
it is? And because I've listened to you say that, and then listening to Zay talk about Minecraft, your guys' is very similar. Like, if you understand the game and learn the mechanics, it's a lot more fun. Like,
Yeah.
like for, I guess, like, does that
That's
make
how it
sense
works.
though?
That's
for
how
like
all games
Zay
are, I
with
think, though.
Zay with Minecraft, and Cole with Ark. Like,
No.
Cole, I think you'd really like Ark if you
Ark-
got into like the creating and the
See,
crafting aspect. of
That
it.
that
And
part's not fun for
taming.
me though. I like Minecraft. It's just like there's things to fight, but Ark is like it's just so much more exciting. Minecraft is
Yeah.
just like so peaceful and like
yeah, but I
peaceful
feel
to
like
fall
with
asleep.
Ark, you've like actually learned like, and I'm still learning obviously, but you've learned like how to craft and how to create and what to hit and where to go. Like, yeah, we still go around and try to shoot everything. Of
But
course,
I mean
fun.
that's not why I play. I mean, of course that's part of it, but that's not why I play Ark. I play it to
Yeah.
fight things. That's
But
what's fun to
What
me.
it is though is like what I'm saying is like in Minecraft, the aspect that you don't like is the main aspect of it, building and crafting things.
And that's what Cole likes. Is what you're trying to say?
Yeah, that's what Cole likes. But
Uh-huh.
I mean, I think Cole would like that part of Ark too. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not saying that, but I guess what I'm trying to say is with games specifically, and it, like Cole said, it's any game. If you learn the mechanics, it's a lot more fun to play.
Thane, what engine is Ark made in?
I probably Unreal.
I'm gonna look it up because I'm just
Maybe
curious.
it's its own engine. I don't
'Cause
know.
there's games. There's a lot of games that play similar to Ark, and like a lot of times I just don't like them. and I think it's just the way the engine is. Ark Survival.
Yeah, it's kind of fun though.
Yeah, it's made in Unreal 4.
It's Unreal 4. Well, there's some games I like in Unreal 4 though.
It's
I don't
like
know.
this is like the most universal engine. You
Yeah,
can basically
that's
make
true.
anything out of it.
It's like games that play like that, like the 7 Days to Die one you guys are playing. That looks like it plays very similar to Ark, like the way you move
Yeah.
around and stuff.
Yeah,
it's
I don't think I'd
it's
like that
similar.
game either.
It's similar.
It's games like that I'm just not a huge fan of. I used to not like Source games until I played Portal, and that changed my outlook on Source games. But Source games are very similar to Ark. for a
Okay,
bit
no,
for me.
7 Days to Die is the Unity engine.
That's Unity.
Yeah.
So I guess it doesn't even matter. They're just the way they make them, the way they play.
Yeah.
I can't think of any other great examples off the top of my head, but there are some games like that I'm just not huge on. I've never been huge on them either, though.
Well,
7 Days to Die is still early access. It's been early access for years. It's even early access when it got a console release, and I thought to myself, don't you have to be out of early access to get a console release, or is that just
Nope.
okay?
Not
the
anymore.
rules good.
Yeah,
Doesn't
no
matter. Thing. If
more.
someone's willing to pay for it, it's going in.
It's
Yeah.
not. Might as well not even call it early access anymore.
Yeah,
It's
I know
just,
exactly.
games of service, basically at this
Yeah.
point.
It's just a game that's still being worked on, but since it has online components, you can still play it.
Yeah.
It's not a finished game, but hey, we're selling it to you like it is. So
Oh yeah, exactly.
yeah,
A lot of these games will advertise as like an unfinished game
yeah.
that they're still working on, but they don't really put that much effort into it. Like DayZ is probably one of the biggest examples of that. I believe it's technically still in beta. It's been in beta for years, and they do update it. And when they do update it, it's a fairly large update, but it still plays the same. That's a good example of a game I don't like. Actually, I don't like the way that game moves. I don't like the way your character walks around. It's very similar.
Well,
to
it is
Ark.
run on the Arma 2 engine, so
That's-
maybe
yeah, I
you wouldn't
wasn't
like the
big on
Arma
Arma
games.
2 either, though.
Yeah.
However, I like PUBG, and PUBG also has that same kind of movement. So
Oh,
who
That is
knows?
an Arma.
PUBG is
PUBG's
like-
an Arma
Yeah,
mod,
see,
isn't
that one
it?
seems like just a mess to me. Just how it moves around and stuff. It's like
No, it moves a lot like Ark
PUBG
and Arma. And all those
PUBG
kind
is
of
an
games.
Arma mod, isn't it?
Yes.
See,
it
PUBG
originally started as
seems
that.
like it'd be similar, yeah, and I don't know. Maybe I guess I haven't played PUBG that much, so I guess I couldn't say for sure. But just the
It's
way
a
it
fun time.
looks, the way it looks, I think that's why I totally understand why you say that. It's like it doesn't look like something you'd enjoy.
Yeah, PUBG's a good time. I don't know. It's really freaking hard though. There's so many tryhards in that game. It's probably one of the hardest battle royales to win, I think.
well, speaking of battle royales, this was the last point I wanted to bring up. I think any battle royale / the Hunger Games would be one of the worst places to live in too.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. That would really suck.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you drop in solos, bro. You don't win, you die. That's
Yeah.
Well,
it.
think about like the
Bye.
Hunger Game aspects.
Are you
when
going
they, like,
back though?
Huh?
Especially
I guess,
one of the
yeah, you
going
districts.
back.
keep respawning.
Keep
Well,
going
unless
back
you're
in.
one of the districts that like trains for it.
Yeah, I
It's
was
like,
thinking
yeah,
about the Hunger Games
1
aspect.
and
You have
2.
to like train and stuff. Like you have to use the skills that you currently have. How long do you think you would last with the current skills that you have? Do you think you have any chance of ever winning?
Right now?
Yes.
Hunger Games.
I'm just hugging the zone, bro. I'll hug the zone out.
Hunger Games sounds like it would suck. I think
Oh,
Hunger
it'd be
Games would be a
horrible.
lot worse than a BR. Because Hunger Games, I'm thinking about like the things like
The
they
stuff
have
they do to try to
total
push people
control.
together.
Exactly, they have the
Yep.
total control over the entire map. So like they can.
I mean, that's
they
essentially
like,
what the
hey, let's
circle
put in
is.
some big dogs that will kill you. Let's put in these flowers that shoot needles into your neck, or just random stuff. Like you're gonna die.
And that's the equivalent of the circle.
Yeah,
That keeps
Yeah.
people moving.
and that sounds horrible.
Oh, yeah.
I'd rather
Yeah.
take my chances in a BR than that. That's what I'm saying.
So last thing I gotta ask a question. This is a little bit off topic, but it's more about BRs. So I've noticed, alongside of what Zay was saying with all the extra stuff, other than just like a circle, there's some BRs that do things to try to get you moving and more engaged and hanging and like meeting other players. In PUBG, there is a red zone, which is basically random artillery strikes in random areas. And if you're in a red zone, you essentially want to leave as quick as you can or get in a building. And that was to push people towards other people.
Yeah.
In Call of Duty, they have those contracts where you have to either go hunt a guy, go do the crate things, or
Look for
whatever.
stuff. Yeah.
Essentially, that's to make you move around. You don't sit in one place the entire time. What does Fortnite have? I know they got something other than
They
like the
got-
challenges, but like what
they
else
got
do
those
have?
loot crates that fall from the sky.
Yeah, they got supply
that-
drops.
Okay,
They're
supply drops, that's a
everywhere.
big one,
So
yeah.
everyone's going to those. Those always have like the
Yeah.
best things. So
I think the biggest one that Fortnite's got, those got to be the challenges, though, right? Like you got to get to Loot Lake to to do this challenge where you jump in a shopping cart 3 times or something.
Yeah, but it's, I mean, those I think though is like once you do it, you don't have to do it anymore. So like,
yeah, you like
you have
It's
a
true,
lot
but
of
there's
people
just so
doing-
many of them. I feel
you
like
have a-
people do them though. It's
you have a
like-
lot of people doing them at the same time, but then like if you're not, like it's like you're not gonna find anyone. So I mean,
I guess that's true. I don't know. I feel like Fortnite needs to do something more though with that. They need to like have some kind of method where they push people together more.
and I don't think right now the state of the game, it's just like there's. What I've noticed though is like with even Apex or Call of Duty, there's always a lot of players left towards the end of the game. In Fortnite,
yeah.
by the end of like the first zone or whatever,
like 20
there's like
guys.
20, 30
That's
guys
crazy
left.
to me.
So, I
How
mean,
do, that's a good point.
So like you don't really need to do a whole. I mean, it's because so many. If you were to do that, add it on to what it is now, like the games are gonna be so short.
Dude, honestly, I've told you guys this a lot, but like the only reason I love Fortnite is because of the building mechanic. You take that out, I will never play that game again.
Yeah.
I love the building.
Well, what's interesting to me is that Apex also doesn't have any of those things that try to push people together. Like they kind of do, but not really.
Mm-hmm.
Like they've got like the vaults and stuff that you can go to, but if you got a key, you go there. And there's no one else there. You just go there and get your stuff and leave. Like that's the only kind of thing I can think about. There's not a lot of stuff that pushes people together. Why is that? Like,
I think it's just because it's the zone, those 2-minute circles. Like it's always going to be in the back of your
and
mind.
Fortnite
like, I've
circles
got
are
to
pretty
keep
fast
moving.
too, right?
Yeah, they're about 2.5
Are
minutes.
they?
yeah.
Do you think they're faster than other ones like Call of Duty? And I think Call of Duty is the slowest one, right?
I'm not sure because I feel like
PUBG's pretty dang slow.
in
too,
Fortnite-
to be
in
It
honest.
Fortnite,
depends.
the
It
movement-
changes. It changes every
okay.
time.
in
The
Fortnite,
times
the
change.
movement's really slow. It's a lot slower in Fortnite compared to Apex or Call of Duty. Like the way
Yeah.
you walk. So I think the zones almost have to be a little bit slower in Fortnite.
Huh.
As far as like how they move, I feel like the time might be similar. Call of Duty's circles might be like last longer because there's more players and a bigger map.
Mm-hmm.
So for somebody that lands on the outside of the map, like you still have enough time to get in a vehicle and book it or something. You know what I
I
mean?
don't know. It's just so interesting to me how all that works out that way. That is nice kills, eh?
Nice kill,
You
Dave.
got one
I
for
got
our
a kill.
solo.
I got a kill.
You got one for our squad. Thanks, bro.
Yep.
Yum 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 yum.
Oh, I just licked
You
it
just
up.
got some slurp
So-
juice.
I got
How's
a
your-
bug
how's
on
your
my. I got a
shields?
bug on my hand right now.
Your
If you guys
shields
don't
are
know, for
doing good
audio
now.
listeners, I got a bug on my hand. I
Your
killed a little
shields went
bug.
up to 50% from licking that bug.
Yeah, dude.
One thing I wanted to talk about too before we end is like Cole, you're talking about the Fortnite challenges.
Yeah.
I usually like the Fortnite challenges.
Oh, I think they're great. That's
But
that was my favorite part when I got
This
that battle pass that one
season,
time.
there's so many challenges. Like I don't even know which ones to do. I don't know what to even look at.
Oh,
There's
too
like
much?
every character has like 20 challenges they can do. Plus you have daily challenges and weekly challenges. And if you didn't get that week, now you're behind 9 weeks. You got 800 challenges, and it's just it's a freaking mess. I hate it.
What is cool though is like when you're doing stuff, like you, regardless of what you're doing, you're gonna get a challenge done. So even if you're not thinking of it, you get it. There's still so
Yeah.
many to do that like you still get some done.
So that time
still
when
level up.
I got the battle pass that one time, and I was trying really hard to get all the challenges with you guys. My goal was never to win. Whenever
Yeah,
I played with
just
you
get
guys, it was just
challenges.
to hang out and get challenges.
Yeah.
That's all I was
well,
going
we know
for.
that, and get your freaking umbrella. We know.
Yeah, well, that's a different kind of challenge. That's actually a winning one. I just mean like specifically when I got the battle pass, I wasn't trying really hard to go out of my way to try to win. I was legit just going for challenges, and that was really fun to me.
Yeah.
Just trying to do all these different challenges in the game.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just that's really clever, and I think other battle royales should do that more. And they are like you are seeing challenges, but like I feel like they need to do more with it, but
Like
maybe
more
not get too
incentives.
much where Fortnite is, because sounds like Fortnite's going a little bit too crazy with it now.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know.
they're all over. But
I don't even know anymore.
when I don't know, I would say like probably the first 2 or 3 seasons we played, Fortnite was really fun for me. Like
Yeah.
I was hooked. And my favorite part too, Cole, is like you're saying, is I love the building. The building was number one for me. I loved like the fast-paced build fights. That was really fun for me once I learned the mechanics and got that down. But also the challenges, because I felt like I was progressing towards
Okay.
something. It wasn't a story in a game, but I still felt like I was progressing towards something.
I see.
And that's why, like in Call of Duty, I always prestiged, because I felt like, well, I'm just sitting at level 70 and now I'm just playing. Like I'm not really earning anything. You know what I mean?
I see. That makes sense. For me, it wasn't much about progression. It was more of just like a change up to gameplay. I got so tired of the monotonous battle royale, go in, die, go in, die, go in, die. It's more
I
of just
see.
like, oh, now I'm not even playing a battle royale. I'm going after this specific thing. Like that's fun. It's
Yeah.
different. And that's what I was saying. I think other ones should do that because then you can have another thing to focus on or do instead. Because it's a way to keep your players involved in the game that you're playing, and like I don't know, it's clever. It's definitely clever. And that's probably one of my best favorite parts about Fortnite. Is just that thing.
Yeah.
If I was gonna make a battle royale, it'd be really hard to like mix everything together. But I'd definitely include something like that.
What would you guys say? Just last question before we wrap up, and this is for you too, Thane, because you're very knowledgeable in video games. But talking about BR specifically, what would you guys say is like the BR that got it right, as far as like the mechanics go? Like it's just a well-rounded battle royale game.
PUBG.
PUBG.
Yeah, number 1 easily. It's really, really freaking hard, but it's like exactly what I would imagine a battle royale would be. It's like everyone's just stressing the entire time. You're just like, oh crap, gotta look behind me, gotta get to the circle, gotta look behind me, all these different things. Very well done. Mechanics aren't the greatest because it's it's PUBG. It's not incredible.
Yeah.
I would say Call of Duty's got the best one for that specifically. But when it comes to the looting, when it comes to the movements, the way people play, PUBG I think is hands down the best. Which is sad because you guys really haven't played that game.
Yeah.
It's like the one that you guys kind of missed because it was really only on the computer and the console version sucked.
I would like to. Maybe I'll get it someday.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not really a fan of BR games.
You played them though. Which
Yeah,
one do you
you've
think
played
which
them.
one's your favorite?
I don't know. The one I've probably played the most is Fortnite, so I guess I'll say Fortnite. I never played PUBG. I played PUBG Mobile, and it was easy.
You got some bots.
Yeah.
Ruined his whole hopes and
Yeah.
dreams there with that one.
Yeah.
It's like I'm a pro player.
Wow, I'm actually good at this game. Wait, those are bots?
Frick throws his foot against the wall.
So one that I would say is probably like, I mean, I'm not even gonna say it's my favorite, but I just feel like it's as far as like how the mechanics work, and I feel like anybody can pick it up and do semi decent. Is the Warzone Call of Duty. Like there's so many places to land, and I feel like every place you go to typically has loot. You take a game like Fortnite or Apex. For me personally, sometimes it's hard right off the drop to find guns. Like in Apex, sometimes you'll spend a minute and a half trying
that's
to
the worst part about
you're trying to
Apex.
find a gun. You'll pick up. You'll freaking load up your whole backpack full of everything that's not a gun.
But a
You'll
gun,
have,
yeah.
you'll have
got
6
shield,
bombs.
ammo.
2 P2020s in your pocket. That's it.
Yeah. But in Call of Duty, I feel like right off the drop, first of all, you start off with almost full health. Like you're just missing one shield
And
plate.
you start off with a pistol too.
And you
Yeah.
get a pistol.
Yeah.
So it's like, man, like even if you botch the landing, you've got a way to defend yourself. But in Fortnite, you got your pick, bro. Like you're dead. If someone gets a gun, if it's a pistol, you're
I hate
dead.
that. That's one of my biggest gripes with battle royales. Is if you land in the same spot with somebody, someone else gets the gun, you lose.
Yeah,
Get
Then
the
you gotta
battle. You
restart.
have the battle,
It just
yeah.
sucks.
But that's
And then when you got your friends with you, they don't pick you up. You're like, well, F me, looks like I'm watching them for 30 minutes. Shoot me now is what I'm saying.
But yeah, that's one of the reasons why I think, and I'm not even gonna say Call of Duty is my favorite. I love it. I think it plays phenomenally, but I just think they got it right as far as like how most of the mechanics work. Even if you're hell out of nowhere, there's vehicles, helicopters, there's ways for you to get into the zone. You know what I mean? Like there's just so many different things to Call of Duty that I think they just really got it right. Because most people I feel like could pick it up and do semi decent with it. The kill time I think is pretty good. I mean I enjoy it. So you're not spending like in Apex. You got to put sometimes depending on how big your clip is, 2 or 3 clips into a person to kill them. So
Yep.
But I love Apex. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying I think Call of Duty got it right. I think Call of Duty wins. Because you take a game like Fortnite, dude, and especially like Zay and I were playing last night, and I feel like we were doing pretty good, but the skill-based matchmaking, bro, it's like every fight we were in is just like a freaking god-tier
Sweaty.
player.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just, it's rough.
'Cause that's
man.
our level. That's where we're at now. So like,
You guys are just sweaties.
I mean, I guess we're considered that, but like we don't play like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't feel like we do. I don't know. Maybe we are sweaty people, Sky.
I don't
You're
know,
just
bro.
sweaty people.
Like
I've watched.
at the very end,
I've
like
seen you guys
we
play.
were at the very
We are
end, and
sweaty. I think I am pretty sweaty when it comes down to it. I think.
Oh yeah.
when it
Well,
gets-
Sky is too.
when it
Yeah.
gets to the end game, yeah, it's like I'm in crunch time. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, because we're both trying to win.
When
That's how
Sky
we
starts
are.
trying to do the flicks with his mouse to get a shot with a shotgun,
Yeah, he's like-
you know he's in sweaty mode. You know it. I've seen him do it so many times.
Well, Cole's
jumps off
freaking-
a ramp. Just
Cole's the creep, dude. He'll come into my room and I won't even know he's there. He's just looking over my shoulder.
And watch whenever he starts playing. Just watch it.
There was one time that he came in and he was watching, and I like saw something out of the corner of my eye, and I looked. I freaking jumped. I got scared.
What a
Every time I
freaking
go in there,
cuck.
I always
What
say
a
hi,
cuck.
Sky, or something, and he doesn't hear because he's got headphones on.
You like
At
you like
least I
Thane
do
in that
something.
aspect, Cole. You'll just try to talk to me, and I can't hear a word you're saying.
Well, Thane will do that to me too, and I just tell him I can't hear you, Thane.
Do you want me to
They
say
will
the same
keep
to
going.
you?
And they will keep
Well,
going.
you know I
Oh
can't
yeah, I
hear
know
you.
you can't because you don't know I'm there.
Now, you like it though, yeah.
I think it's funny. I think it's
Oh my
hilarious. It's fun. The best part about it is I can get behind your shoulder and talk, and the guys will hear me and you won't.
Oh yeah. Well, that's how I'll know sometimes. Is Boo will be like, "Hi, Cole," and I'm like, "Is he in Discord or is he behind me?" Because I didn't hear you.
Like I'll knock on the door sometimes, or I'll just like kind of peek in and say, "Hey, Sky," and I'll walk in and start watching whatever game you're playing.
Yeah. So I feel like most of the time I can hear you, but there are times when I'm
Seen him
in
do them
fights with the
shotgun
guns are
flips.
shooting.
When he starts going really hard building in two, when he starts building the little hole in the center of the wall, that's when you know Skyler's going sweaty too.
Oh, because he
never does
edits,
that.
he
Yeah.
edits
Build
and
a
When he
shoots
starts
and he
editing the little
closes it
circle in
up.
the middle, that's when you know he's going sweaty
Yeah.
too. It's kind of funny to watch.
Yeah.
That's it. Thank you guys for listening to the RadKatz
Bye.
podcast. Hope you guys had a good one.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for listening. Oh, speaking of things that are coming out this week, Gameception will be out this Friday. I am in the process of editing, and it will be out Friday.
It'll be a good one. We
And-
filmed the last bits yesterday.
Yep,
It'll be fun.
it'll be great.
You got other projects down the pipeline. Look out for those.
Thane, what are you working on that's gonna come out a week from yesterday? Something that people have been requesting
The
for
next Sunday.
years. Yeah, it's Sunday. Sunday.
My feet reveal.
Wait, what are you doing right there, Thane?
Yeah, we can see him.
What if it's, my feet reveal? It's just 5
No,
second
Thane,
clip.
what about?
That's
So
it.
I
That's all it is.
recently
MyFeetReveal.mp4.
I recently did a video called 5 Things You Should Do First in Zelda Breath of the Wild. I'm kind of super addicted to that game right now. Not gonna lie, I would arguably say that Zelda Breath of the Wild has become my favorite game of all time. Like, I don't know if that's a bold statement or not, but I'm
I don't think
absolutely
it's too
loving
bold.
it.
I mean, it's from like what people said about it. I don't think it's too bold.
It's a phenomenal game. But yeah, if you guys haven't seen that video, go check it out. It's pretty fun to make. But speaking of Zelda, Thane, what's gonna come out next Sunday? A week from
A
yesterday?
new Zelda episode.
Metroid Prime.
Wait. Did you say a new Zelda
Super
episode?
Metroid Prime.
Yeah.
Yep, we've been playing Super Metroid Prime.
What
on
kind
the
of
side.
Zelda?
Awesome. I can't wait.
Breath of the Wild.
He farted. He did it
He's still doing it,
again.
dude. He's still doing it. Something up the mic. I bet, but, oof.
That is a wild way to breathe, though. So if you fart, and you just kind of suck that air back in. It's a wild way to breathe.
Yeah,
when you
he
think
just,
about it.
He gets off on that smell.
Wow, boy.
He needs it.
He's a wild boy.
Yeah.
Bottles up. That's what's in his room. He bottles them up.
Oh,
But if you guys are listening to this, we will be streaming tonight, Monday at 7:30
What are we playing?
p.m. Are we gonna do more,
MST.
Are we doing more Mario? Yeah, MST.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mario.
We'll be playing Super Mario
Sucks.
Galaxy 2. It's fun.
Hate my life.
Is there anything else that we need to plug?
Nope.
Playing SMG2.
Discord.
Go follow our socials.
Follow
join
our
our Discord.
socials. Do the things.
Discord.
Thank you guys for liking the video and subscribing to the
Mhm.
channel. Because if you've gotten to this far, I know for a fact you have. If you haven't, then I don't know what you're
Hopefully
doing
you
with your
have.
life. I
Hopefully
really don't
you
know what you're
have.
doing with your life at this
You
point.
must be
the-
quarantined.
Yeah, probably.
What the hell are you doing with your life?
Thanks, Duke Nukem.
Hopefully you have.
But yeah, hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your Thursday afternoon if you're listening to this on a Thursday afternoon.
It's a great, just a
Okay.
future proof. What a
Yeah,
future proof.
I'm
Thank
just
you,
doing my
Cole.
best.
Thank you.
I'm doing us a good
you're
work.
doing it, and what if you're, and thanks for listening on Saturday night if you're with your significant other.
Now screw that night.
Yeah.
No,
If you
screw
have
that.
one,
You have one.
it is always.
Keep it Xenoblade Chronicles music intro.
Rad.
We don't do that for the podcast.
Oh yeah, we don't.
Keep it intro music rad.
Bye-bye.
I don't even. How does our
I couldn't think
podcast
of it off
thing
the top of
go?
my head. I was gonna do it too.